Okay, so lovely to see everybody. I've got Siri coming in, hold on. So starting lying down on your back, you can have your knees bent, hip width by your bum. And your hands are facing down, so your palms of your hands are facing down. So we've been talking a lot about connection at the moment, just generally connecting on different levels. So obviously yoga is a way to connect to your physical body, getting out of your head into your body, it's always good. But also connection to the floor, the ground, the earth. It's very stabilizing when we're all a bit destabilized in these kind of very, very strange times. So just feeling that connection to the floor is really grounding. So your soles of your feet really feel that connection on every area of the foot. So the big toes and all around the outsides of the foot, the four corners of the feet, also the hands and the lower back. And just bring your awareness to your breathing, your inhale, your exhale. And as you're exhaling, you're really feeling your body is kind of surrendering back into its shape. You can feel that lower back just, again, really making connection to the floor. And in this pose, your whole spine is aligned to the ground. Right from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the sacrum. And when you're breathing in, take a big breath so that you can't breathe in anymore. So you're breathing really to the top of that in-breath. Do it slowly and mindfully until you're so full, your body will start to breathe the other way. It will just breathe for you. So then you're going to exhale. You can part the lips and just exhale, so you're letting the breath go. So using the breath to fill the belly, fill the lungs with the oxygen. So breathing in fully, completely, all the way to the top. So you cannot breathe in anymore. So really filling up as much as you can, like a balloon. And hold it at the top. Take the pause. And then you can part the lips and let the breath go. And last time, filling the belly, filling the lungs, taking that breath right up to the top. Hold it there for a moment. And then release the breath. Let it go. So here you can just really resume normal breathing, just becoming aware of yourself and your body, and that sense of connection through your hands and your feet in the back of your head. And then on the in-breath, you're going to just bring your arms above your head, so your hands are in prayer. I know for some of you guys, it's quite hard for you to touch the floor behind you, but just let your arms come to wherever they come to. So you're pushing through the feet, you're pushing through the lower back, all the way up to the shoulders, the back of the head, and then your hands are in prayer, so your palms are firmly pushing together and you're stretching your hands to the back of the room, or the back of your mat. Breathing in. And on the exhale, you're going to bring your arms down by your side, so you're going to sweep them over the head, all the way down to the floor next to your hips, and you're going to push those hips up to the sky. So we did this last week, but we did it the other way around. So we're kind of reversing this, this kind of flow movement now. So you're pushing your hips high, and you're pushing your hands down into the floor. You're pushing through your heels. And it's quite a nice stretch for the front thighs. And on the inhale, you're going to curl down from the top of your back all the way to the lower back. Bring your arms above the head, back into prayer, and then push that lower back into the floor. Feel that connection with your feet, the spine, all the way to the top of the shoulders and the back of the head. And those prayer hands stretching to the back of the room. You can breathe here. On the exhale, you're going to bring your hands down by your sides, and you're going to push those hips up towards the sky. So again, you're pushing through the heels. You can always tread those feet further towards your bum if that helps. It gives you more lift. Pushing those hips high. And try to keep the knees so that they are above your ankles as opposed to out of alignment. Pushing through the hands. You can breathe here. On the inhale, last time you're going to curl down from the top of the back all the way to the lower back. Bring the arms above the head. Hands in prayer. Stretching those fingers to the back of the room. Exhale, sweep your hands back down by your sides. Push through your heels. Lift the hips high, sky high, sideways. Push through those heels. Push through those hands. And you'll feel that connection to the shoulders as well. Okay. Inhale, you're going to curl, you're going to peel your back down to the floor, bring those knees into the chest, hug around the knees. Then from here, you're going to bring your hands down, your feet down by your bum again, bring your arms above the head, and just let you can hold on to each wrist, or you can just have them just loosely over the head on the floor, and just loosely allow your knees to fall to the right, looking left. Big breath in, big breath out, flex the feet to protect the knees, and then inhale, bring the knees up to center. Exhale, drop the knees to the left, look right. You can hold on to the right wrist if that's easier. Big breath in. Exhale. Bring those knees up to center and drop them back to the right side. We call these windscreen wiper legs. So just imagine that you've got windscreen wipers going on. Big breath in and out. Inhale, bring those knees to center and drop them to the left side. Hold on to the right wrist, look right. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, bring those knees back up to center so your feet are hip width, your arms are behind your head, you're coming back into prayer hands, you're rooting down through those feet, bring them quite close to the bum. Exhale, you're going to push those hips up, bring those arms down by the sides, pushing through the ground, and then you're going to lift that right leg up, you can point the right toes. So you're pushing those hips high. This time you've got your hands to push through as well, so lever yourself upwards. And on the exhale, keep that right leg straight and bring it down towards the floor until it's an inch above the floor. And again, imagine you've got those wheels on the right heels. Inhale, really that right heel in towards your bum and push that heel up to the sky. Push those hips high. So you can push through that right heel here. Bring those right toes towards your face. You can always drop your bum to the floor if it gets too strong, okay? And carry on with just carry on following my instructions. So exhale, you're going to bring that right leg down to the floor, extended, so nice and straight. So it's an inch above the floor. Inhale, wheelie that right heel in towards the bum and push that right heel up to the sky. Push through those hands, push through that left foot and push up through those hips. Exhale last time, keep that right leg straight. Bring it down to the floor, inch above the floor. Inhale, bring that right heel in towards the bum and push that heel up to the sky. Exhale, you can drop the bum down now. So here you've got your right heel pushing high. You've got your left foot rooted down. You've got your hands rooted down by your waist, by your hips. Okay, and you're pushing the whole of the back. You're really grounded through the whole of the spine into the floor. Okay. So here you're going to just bring your hands behind your right knee. Push through that right heel. Exhale, lift your chest up, nose towards your toes, and slide your hands up the back of that right calf muscle. You're still pushing that right heel away from you, right toes towards you. And then on the exhale, you can just extend that left leg straight, so it's an inch above the floor. So you're back in your Padangusthasana, your one-legged stretch. So you can really reach high, so you're almost reaching the ankle. And you can then start to rotate both feet. So this shouldn't feel too laboured. Just remembering to breathe. You are firing the core, but you've got the support of holding the back of the leg. Okay, so just rotating both feet. Okay, and on the inhale, you're going to rest your head down. Bring that left leg to meet the right. So you've got both legs straight and they're sky high. You're pushing both heels towards the sky. You're holding behind the knees. You can hold one hand behind each knee, or you can clasp your hands together if that's available to you. You're just gently opening up those hamstrings, and you can rock side to side and just back and forth, just really, really gently. And on the inhale, you're going to bring the arms back over your head in prayer. Keep both legs straight. and let both legs come all the way down to the floor. So you're using the core to let your legs, to lower your legs down to the floor, all the way down, so your heels touch the mat, and then you're stretching your hands, which are in prayer behind you, behind your head. So you're getting full length, you're getting full stretch. You can point your toes here and get that length, so you're being stretched, okay? Exhale, bring both knees into the chest and hug around the knees, rock it out. Exhale. And then on the inhale, bring both feet by your bum, hip width apart, arms above your head in prayer. And then on the exhale, you're going to bring both hands by your hips, so sweeping them over your head to your, so they're grounded down by your hips, and then push through that right foot, lift that left heel up to the sky. Again, you might want to just shimmy that right foot back towards your bum. It helps you give you that height in your hips. So you're pushing those hips up, you're pushing through your hands, and you're pushing that left heel away from you and your left toes towards you. So you're getting that stretch on the back of the left hamstring. Exhale, keep that left leg straight, lower it to the floor. So it's an inch above the floor, you've got wheels on that left heel. Inhale, wheelie that left heel in towards your bum. Push through the hands, push through the right foot, push that left heel up to the sky. Exhale, keep that left leg straight, release it down, all the way down to the mat, an inch above the floor. Inhale, wheelie that left heel in towards your bum, push that left heel skywards. Push through that right foot, push through both hands, lift the hips high. Again, you can drop your bum if it gets too strong. Exhale, extend that left leg all the way down to the floor, an inch above the floor. Inhale, wheelie that left heel into your bum and push that left heel up. So you're going to feel you're really working through that right thigh here and the glutes. Inhale, drop the bum. You've got that left foot pushing skywards, the left heel pushing up. You're not holding it yet. You're pushing down through the hands. You're grounded through the whole spine. And then you can bring your hands around that left knee. Okay, so you're just getting that stretch in the left hamstring. And then on the exhale, you can slide your hands up the back of that left calf. Lift your chest up, your nose towards your toes. Exhale, extend the right leg, so it's straight down, an inch above the floor. And then rotate both feet. So you'll just bring your mobility to the ankle joints. Nice. And then from here, taking one big breath in. Again, this isn't too hard, is it? I mean, you're using the core, but you're getting that support from holding the back of that left leg. Inhale, drop the head down, bring that right leg up to meet the left. Hold behind each knee, or you can clasp your hands behind both knees. Push those heels away from you. And just gently pump back and forth. Really, really gently, like an inch, like nothing. Just gently opening, creating the space in the back body. And on the inhale, bring your arms above your head in prayer. And then exhale, bring your feet, keep your legs straight and bring them all the way down to the floor. You can push the knees and the ankles together so that each leg is supporting each other. That feels quite good. Till your heels hit the floor. And then you're finding that length again. You're stretching backwards through your fingers. Your hands are in prayer behind your head. And you're stretching your legs far forward on your mat as possible. You can point the toes. You're getting as much length in your spine. Exhale, bring the knees into the chest and rock it out. Okay. On the inhale, hold behind your knees. Push those heels back upwards. And you're going to come up now. So you can bend the knees when you're coming up, or you can keep your legs straight. It's up to you. Okay. I'm going to keep my legs straight. I'm going to do both actually. So just rock back and forth. But because so many of you guys are used to doing this, it's more challenging for you to keep your legs straight and come up into your boat pose with your straight legs. And then bring your hands so they're next to their palms are facing each other. And then you can bend your knees. You can come into full boat pose, Navasana. So you're lifting the chest. Again, push the knees together and the ankles together. It helps give you stability. You're lifting the chest. Your arms are really active. Your palms are facing each other. And on the inhale, you're going to just lean back a little bit and you're going to try and straighten into the legs in your half boat. Exhale. Bring those knees towards the chest. Inhale. Reach back. Straighten those legs. Exhale. Bring those knees in towards the chest. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your feet. You can have your feet and your knees together, or you can have them hip width apart if that feels easier for you. And then lift up. So here you're pushing through your feet and you're lifting up in your prayer hands, or you can have your arms so that you're the shoulder width, if that's easier. Okay. On the exhale, you're going to bring your left hand on the outside of that right knee. Bring that right hand behind you, mid-back, about 30 centimeters away from your back, and then look backwards. So you're looking over that right shoulder. So if your feet are together and your knees are together, it feels quite nice. You can kind of get a bit more of a twist. So you're sitting tall, and on the inhale, lift that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring that left elbow on the outside of that right knee so you can leave yourself a little bit further out. Big breath in. And as you exhale, you'll just get a little bit more of a twist. This is where you get your stretch. Inhale, bring your arms back over your head, back into prayer. A lot of prayer going on today. Exhale, bring your right arm on the outside of your left knee. Bring that left arm behind you, look over your left shoulder. Again, you're trying to keep a nice, strong, straight back. You can be on your fingertips of that left hand, so you're getting that length in your spine. Inhale, bring your right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring that right elbow on the outside of that left knee if that's available to you. Just giving you a little bit of extra stretch, extra twist. Inhale, bring your arms above your head, back into prayer. I'm going to just face you now. And then on the exhale, you can bring your legs into diamond shape. So don't have your feet too close to the tops of your legs. Have them reasonably far away, like a proper diamond. Okay? And on the inhale, you can drop your right hand, again, about 30 centimeters away from your right hip. And then you're going to sweep that left arm all the way around. You're going to make really big circles. It's quite easy to stretch a muscle in your ribs here. So just take it easy because you're still not warmed up. So you're going to sweep that left arm and you're making big circles with that left arm. Looking over your shoulder, your left shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling as you bring that left arm in front of you. Look down to your right arm and then look up to the sky underneath your left arm. Little finger towards the face, straight, strong left arm. Inhale, cross over. So you're going to drop that left hand about 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters away from your left hip. Exhale, you're going to sweep that right arm all the way in front of you. Inhaling, exhaling as you swing it, as you sweep it in front of you again. Inhaling as you come round, so you're getting that nice wide wingspan, big circle with that right arm. Exhale. Inhale. And then when you're kind of on that wide wingspan, you can look down to that left hand. Exhale, bring that right arm over the head. Here, when you're looking down, make sure that that left elbow is plugged in rather than kind of reaching to the, directing itself to the back of the room. You want to have it plugging in towards your waist. And then look up to the sky. And you want to make sure you're also plugging in through both sit bones here. So you're pushing, you're not collapsing to that left side, you're pushing through that right sit bone as well. And you're looking upwards, okay? Inhale, you're going to come up and you're going to bring, I'm going to just shimmy sideways so you can see. You're going to push, you're going to clasp your hands together, you're going to push away, looking towards your belly, getting that kind of opening of the shoulder blades, pushing the soles of your feet together. Inhale, bring your arms above the head, push high, pull the belly in, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bring your hands behind you onto your fingertips and open up that front body. And you can just rock it out a little bit. It's really quite nice just to free up the shoulders and the neck. Yeah. Okay. And then again, exhaling, clasping your hands together, pushing away, looking towards the belly. Inhale, lift up, reaching high. So again, you've got a nice, tall, straight spine. You're still reaching down through both sit bones. Exhale, bring your hands behind you. And this time, just clasp your hands together and just pull those shoulder blades together and bring those arms away from you, from your lower back. Again, no force here because you're still, you know, it's early morning, so different to a late night practice. Your body's a bit more malleable, but it's a bit more rigid in the morning, so just be gentle with yourself. Okay. And on the exhale, Here, you're going to bring your hands around your feet, and you can just start to wave through. Now, again, I know that for some people, you're not frontwards people, and that's fine. It's just about finding your edge. So you're just waving yourself forwards and backwards. Inhaling as you come up, and then exhaling as you come down. If you feel like you can't get any of the movement here, don't worry about it. If you feel like you're just kind of literally can't go further than that, it's fine. On the exhale, just come down to your forward fold as far as that is for you, and it doesn't matter how far that is, okay? Releasing your head down towards, so your gaze is just soft, your neck is soft, and you're able to surrender a little bit into this pose. For those who can get a bit of a forward fold here, your elbows can maybe reach, they can kind of lever against your shins, that's quite nice. And you're gently maneuvering yourself down from your hips, so you're hinging from your waist. Good. Inhale, curling up, bring your arms above the head. Exhale, you're going to bring your hands around your big toes, lift your feet off the floor. So again, this is just a little practice of balance. So you're lifting the chest, you're pushing the soles of the feet kind of towards each other. Okay. Then from here, you're going to rest that right foot. You've got your fingers around those left toes if that's available to you. You might just be here. Again, try and push both sit bones into the floor. You might have a really bent left leg, and that's fine. Okay, you're in like a happy baby, but a seated happy baby, half happy baby. Okay, then bring that right arm behind you. So you've got a nice wide wingspan. You're pushing through both sit bones. You're looking back into that right middle finger. You might have a really bent left leg, or you might be able to straighten into that leg, opening it up wherever you are. Inhale, bringing that leg into the center. Again, you could have a really bent leg. You could just be holding underneath your calf muscle as opposed to having your hands around the outside of your foot or around your big toes. But you're going to swap that left foot into so you've got your right fingers around your left toes, and you're going to bring that left leg to the right, and you're going to look towards your left hand. You're going to feel the stretch in the outside of that left hip. You could have a really bent leg here, or you could try and straighten into that leg, wherever you are. Inhale, bring your leg to center. So here, again, you can have a really bent leg here. You can just see if you can grab around the outsides of your big toe and your little toes. You might not be able to. You could even, maybe you can clasp your hand together, really bent leg. Or you could be holding underneath the bottom of the leg. That is also, that might be where you are, and that's fine. On the exhale, if you can have a go at trying to straighten into that leg, go for it. Remembering to breathe. Exhale, bring that left foot down, and then you're going to do the same on the right leg. So you're going to just bring your right fingers around your right big toes, bending into that right knee as much as you need to, pushing down through both sit bones, and then bring that left arm behind you. Half happy baby. If you can straighten into that right leg, go for it. Again, it's your yoga. It's just find your own edge here. Inhale, bring that right leg into the center. Again, you can have a really bent leg. You could maybe hold around the padding of the toes, or you can try and then bring that your left fingers around your right toes and bring that right leg to your left side, opening up that right arm. Bent leg, and then if you want to have a go at straightening into that right leg, go for it. Push that heel away from you, shoulders away from the ears, pushing down through both sit bones, nice, strong, straight spine. Inhale, bring that leg to center. So again, you can hold around the foot, and you can aim to straighten into that leg, although that might not be available to that spine. You can have a really bent leg here. You can be holding underneath the lower part of the leg, or you can have your hands around the outsides of your toes, straightening into that leg. If you're here, you might want to aim to try and bring your nose towards your toes here, so you're getting a real stretch here. Exhale, bring that leg down, and then we're going to roll over. We're going to come over onto hands and knees, whichever way you know the drill. You can come up in any which way works for you. Coming onto your hands and knees, having a little shimmy in your Marjariasana, your cat-cow. Knees underneath your hips. And just have a little freestyle moment. Again, here, really find that connection with the floor so that I really find as well that in my practice over time, the more spread my hands are, the better my practice is, because I have more base, I have more foundation, I have more stability that way. The fronts of the feet are also connected to the floor and the knees. So just be aware of your connection, your foundation. And then you can work from there, just freeing up your spine. And just another few breaths of just moving in a way that feels good for your body today. And then you're going to tuck your toes and you're going to push back into puppy pose. So your toes are curled, are tucked, and your forehead is on the floor or somewhere near there. Actually, anybody should be able to do this, including you guys. I'm thinking I know that some of you guys have a block under your head in this pose, but because you're not in Vinyasa where your bum has to be on your heels, you're actually in puppy where your bum can be up towards the sky. You should be able to get your head down. If not, then keep traveling forward until your head is on the floor. Okay. From here, you can bring your hands to prayer above your head and see. So bring your hands to prayer so that they're still on the ground, and then bring them above your head. You'll feel a nice stretch on your triceps here. You've got prayer hands above the back of your neck. Elbows are nice and rooted down. Okay. And on the inhale, you're going to release those hands. Push back through those hands, so you're back in puppy. And then you're going to curl up, looking towards your belly. Bring your big toes together off the floor into your puppy plank. Now, we did a bit of this last time as well. So again, you've got really spread fingers. Your big toes are touching. Your knees are quite wide. They're about hip width wide. And you're in puppy plank. On the exhale, you're going to lower down, elbows tucked, all the way down, straighten the legs behind you. Inhale. This time, you're going to bring your arms in front of you, like a starfish. You're looking down, and you're going to lift everything up. Really wide feet, wide hands, think starfish. You can feel the whole of the back body muscles working, the glutes and all around the back as well. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes, and then push back into puppy pose. So again, your head is coming down to the floor. Bring your hands to prayer and bring your hands above the back of your neck with your elbows on the floor. So you're in your ascending prayer in puppy. Toes are tucked. Take a breath. Inhale, straighten those arms, stretch those arms in front of you. Look towards your belly and curl upwards, bringing your big toes together, coming back into puppy plank. Okay. Exhale, come down, release your legs and bring yourself back into your starfish. So you're bringing your arms in front of you. You're looking down rather than up. Feet really wide. Exhale, hands underneath your shoulders. Last time, pushing back into puppy. Head to the floor, hands to prayer. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer hands above the back of your neck. Feel that nice stretch of the triceps. Inhale, straighten those arms in front of you. Last time, curling up, looking towards your belly. Big toes together, knees hip width apart. Nice strong arms. Exhale, you're going to bring your elbows where your hands were. Okay. Release your legs down behind you. Again, you've got really fanned fingers. Drop the hips, your back in Sphinx. Okay, so elbows are underneath the shoulders. You're looking down, and you can just gently rock the hips. So really pull that, especially you, Jaren, here. I know we did this again the other day, but it's really important. Pull that belly button off the floor because there's quite a lot of pressure on the low back here. So that's the way that it just takes. That's Siri. I don't know if you can hear Siri. I can. Okay, so you're just rocking the hips left and right. Okay. From here, tuck your toes. Exhale and push back. Push your heels back towards the back of the room. You're coming into your forearm plank. So heels are pushing back. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. You're working your core muscles. Inhale, drop your hips, release your toes. Let me just get rid of Siri, sorry. Rock those hips out. Tuck the toes. And you're pushing through your hands. Your hands are nice and firmly spread. So when you're pushing back into your forearm plank, pushing those heels towards the back of the room, you've got a lot of your foundation here are your toes, your forearms, and your hands, which are nice and spread. Okay? Inhale, drop the hips, release the toes, lift that belly button off the floor, rock the hips side to side, just to release the tension in the lower back. And we're going to have another go at dog fin. We did this last week. So you're going to bring your hands to prayer. You're going to tuck your toes. You're going to push through, again, remembering that all the weight has got to be on your forearms. You're going to push those hips up to the sky and bring your toes towards your hands, pushing through your heels. So you're trying to push those heels down to the floor, and all the weight is going into your forearms, and you're pushing through your heels. You can bend those knees if that helps. It's like a down dog, but it's like a forearm down dog. Inhale, shimmy those feet back a bit, and you're coming back into your forearm plank where your hands are in prayer. You're looking down. Drop the hips, release the toes, hands underneath, actually keep the toes tucked, hands underneath the shoulders, push through those hands. Last time you can push back into puppy. Keep your hands in front of you. Coming into hands and knees, toes to tucks, push back into your first downward facing dog of the day. And then start to tread through your feet. Okay. So you're treading through your feet, hips are pushing up, heels are pushing down. Your underarms are plugging towards each other. Your hands are really spread. So again, bring your focus and awareness to your hands, spreading those fingers. Okay. And then from here, we're going to just gently come onto our toes, pushing our mat apart. So really come onto the toes as much as we can. Exhale, push those heels back down to the floor. And then just have a little shimmy in your dog. You can come onto your, maybe come into your plank. Have your hands really spread, your fingers really spread. And then exhale, push back into your heels. Walk into each leg. If you need to come down, drop your knees and come back up into it, then do that. Again, you're just building strength. You're pushing the front of the mat away from you. Inhale, come onto your toes. And then roll into your plank. Watch those fingers and those hands are nice and spread. Exhale, push back into your heels. From here, on the inhale, you're going to just gently walk your way to the front of your mat. Knees really bent. You can step or jump if you feel that you want to. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back, pushing into those shins. Exhale, forward fold. Now bend those knees, hold onto your elbows and look between your legs to the back of the rib. So you're resting on your tops of those legs, your thighs, and you can just rock side to side, sway. So this becomes resting pose. Here, your feet are really firmly rooting down through all corners of those feet. You feel really stable. Inhale, curl up. So I'm going to start to get out of breath now. Bring your arms above the head. Reach high. So again, this is Apanasana. This is what we were doing on the floor earlier. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. We'll go through a really brief sun salutation, releasing down, release the neck, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands down, step back with that right foot, drop the right knee, left knee above the left ankle. Inhale, bring your hands to prayer. Exhale, bring your hands into descending prayer. We were doing this on the floor as well in our puppy pose with our arms. Fall down into that left heel. Inhale, bring the arms above the head. Hands down. Exhale, push back into your dog. Walk out your dog. Inhale, you're coming into your plank. You're all doing Vinyasa. I think you're all doing, Ruth, you're the only person maybe done that might want to do your wave, your waving Vinyasa, which I still absolutely love. This is waving Vinyasa. The rest of you guys, if you want to do classic Vinyasa, you can, or you can wave because it's nicer and more restorative. Release the toes. Inhale, push up into your cobra. Again, look at your hands right now. Are they nice and spread and firmly giving you a lot of foundation and base? Exhale, come down, tuck the toes, up to heels. Exhale, pushing back into dog. Two options here. You can either lift that leg up, left leg up to the sky. In fact, all of you can lift your left leg up to the sky. Bend that left knee. Look underneath your right armpit so you can see your left toes. Push equally through your right and your left hand. Opening up that left hip. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Look forwards, come onto the right toes. Inhale, bring that left knee in towards your chest, so you're kind of planking. And then aim to bring that left foot in between your hands. I know that you're probably, some of you will have to drop that right knee and bring that left foot forwards. It's fine. Okay, so you're in your low lunge here with your left foot in between your hands. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. And just notice the stretch on the insides of the thighs. And then get ready to lift that right knee off the floor and bring that right foot to meet the left. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees. Inhale, curl up. Bring your arms above the head. Reach high. Exhale to prayer. Keep traveling through. Releasing from those hips. Release the neck. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down. I always come onto my fingertips, by the way, guys, because I've got quite short arms, but it also gives you a bit of height when you're stepping back with that left foot. As big a step back as you can. Drop the left knee. Inhale, bring your hands to prayer. Push through that right heel. Exhale, fall into that. So you're sinking into that right foot. Your descending hands, prayer. Inhale, hands down on each side of that right foot. Step back into your dog. Walk out the dog. Lifting that right leg up to the sky, pushing through those hands. You're pushing the front of that mat away. Push that, and also try and bring that left heel down towards the floor as well. Open up that, so you're bending that right leg, looking underneath your left armpit so you can see your right toes, and you're opening your hip, pushing through that right hand as much as your left. So you're not collapsing to the left side, you're pushing equally through the right hand and the left. Inhale, straighten up, straighten that right leg, and then exhale, bring that right knee in towards your chest, like a plank. And I know this is the hard bit for some of you guys. Try and bring that right foot between your hands, but you can drop the left knee to do it. Bring that right foot in between your hands. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Again, notice the stretch you're getting all around the outside of all around that right hip. This is where it's really good for people who are doing sport, you know. Exhale, bring that left foot to meet the right. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, curl up through the spine, bring the arms above the head. Reach high. Exhale. Here we're going to come into our Uttanasana, our forward fold, and we're going to do the same as we did earlier. We're going to bend those knees, hold on to each elbow with our hands, look between our legs so that the neck is completely relaxed, and you're resting your belly and your chest on the tops of your legs. So you're not having to hold, you're just gently hanging out in your kind of squat position. So you're resting. You can sway side to side. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe here, in your halfway lift, try and bring your fingers down to the floor, if that's available to you. And try and straighten into those legs. And you're hinging from the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Now here, bring that left hand in between your feet, just in front of your feet, in between your feet. Again, if this is too strong, you can always have your knees as bent as you need them in order for you to be able to reach the floor. Okay? And then bring that right arm up to the sky and try and straighten here into that right leg. You can keep that left leg really bent. Try and straighten into that right leg as you look up towards the sky, getting that spinal twist. Exhale, bring that right hand to meet the left, so it's in between your feet, in front of your feet, and in between them. Inhale, again, bending those knees, bring that left arm up to the sky, and then aim to straighten into that left leg. Remember to breathe. Exhale, bring that left hand to meet the right, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Again, bend those knees, hold on to the elbows, look underneath your legs to the back of the room and just have a little shimmy. And then straighten into those legs and have your hands try and reach your fingers to the floor here. Doesn't matter, just have your legs as bent as you need them. You're aiming to reach the floor with your hands. Straightening into those legs as much as you can. Okay. On the exhale, you're going to take a big step back with that left foot. There's two options here. I think all of you guys are capable of coming into high lunge straight away, but you don't have to. So I'm going to give you some options. I'm going to actually, let me show you quickly what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to mirror you. I'm going to come the other side so you can see me. So we're going to come up. You can be low or you can be high. Okay. If you're high, then you're bending into that left knee. So just come up with me. So you can be low or you can be high. Okay, you can have your hands in prayer or you can have your arms shoulder width. Okay, so you're pulling the belly in, you're tilting that pelvis forwards, you're building strength, and you're reaching up. You're rooting down to that left foot. And on the exhale, you're going to bring your left arm behind you, you're going to go to your left. I'm going to swap back now. So you've got your left arm behind you, your right arm in front of you. And you're reaching back and forwards. You're getting that twist here, and you're using your core to twist you round. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer, and you can come into your side prayer twist. Again, you can drop that right knee if you need to. So you're pushing your hands together. You've got a nice vertical line with your forearms. And you're kind of resting. I'm just resting here. I could stay here for a while. It's not laborious for me. I'm pushing into my right heel. Okay. And on the exhale, I'm then going to bring my hands down. I'm going to bring my right hand down, sorry, by my left foot. And I'm going to bring my left arm up. And that feels really good. So I'm going to push into my right heel. I'm grounding through my right hand. All my fingers are really spread wide. My left foot, and I'm reaching up. Looking towards my left hand. Exhale, I'm going to bring that left arm over my head. So I'm reaching to the front of the room. And then I'm going to bring my left hand on the inside of my left foot. You can drop that right knee. Release those right toes. Shimmy that left foot to 10 o'clock. Okay. And just feel into the stretch here. It's strong. Okay. And then from here, tuck your back right toes. Exhale and push. Lift that right knee off the floor and push into that right heel. You come onto your fingertips if you want to. It's taking the stress out of your shoulders. You're pushing into that right heel. Exhale. You can drop that right knee. And then you can try, again, I know this is quite difficult for some guys. You can try and bring those hands, tread those hands back towards you, lifting those left toes off the floor and trying to straighten into that left leg. It doesn't matter how far you get. Again, you might just get there, and that's fine. If you've got too much weight on your right knee, just release your right toes. Okay. But for those who are able to come into this hamstring, it's called runner's lunge. It's really good for runners. We're all doing a lot of that recently. Okay. Good. And then on the inhale, we're going to tread our hands forward. We're going to bend into that left knee again, ground those hands, and then come up, take that right knee off the floor, and then ground that right foot, 45-degree angle. So you'll kind of on a tightrope here, although your left foot is still a little bit to the left, that's fine. So just bring your right foot as if you've got a kind of diagonal line on your mat, if you like. You're pushing into the outside edge of that right foot. And then see how far you can straighten into that left leg. It doesn't matter, remember. You're just trying to straighten into that left leg, no force. Bend into that left knee, and then you're going to come up. So you're going to sweep that right arm, and you're going to come all the way up into warrior. I'm going to turn around so you can see me. So we're all in warrior. So we're building strength, building a lot of strength here. Pulling in the belly, reaching back. On the exhale, you're going to lean forward. You're going to brush your palms. On the inhale, you're going to pull your arrow back, pushing into the outside edge of that right foot. Exhale, bring that right arm forward, palms touch. Exhale, pull your bow and arrow back. Inhaling, palms touch. Exhale, pull your bow and arrow back. Then from here, you're going to bring that right arm behind you, you're going to grab hold of whatever you can. Your waist, your hands, your clothes. So you're kind of binding. And then on the exhale, you're going to just rest on that left knee. And have your left palm facing towards the sky. And then you're going to look up. So you're kind of binding in your side angle stretch. You're resting. If you want to take it up a notch, you're trying to get that twist. So you're looking up. If you want to take it up a notch, you can just bring your hand down towards the floor, but not touching the floor. Okay. Good. From here again, you can rest. And then you can stay here, or if you want to have a little go coming into a bound half moon pose, you can have a little go, you can look down. So you're in your bind still, you can look down and just have a little go, propelling yourself onto that left foot in your one-legged balance. Hovering that hand above the floor, opening up that hip. Okay. Dropping that right foot back down and coming back, bringing yourself up into reverse warrior. Reaching high, bending into that left knee, reaching up, shimmying that hand down the back of your right leg. Exhale, you're going to windmill your way back to the front of your mat, so your hands are on each side of your left foot. Okay. And while we're here, so you're in a high lunge here, look forwards, pushing into that right heel, and then bring that right hand by your left foot, get on your fingertips, or you can rest that hand down, and on the inhale, bring that left arm behind you again. So you were here earlier, but this time your knees off the floor. And it just feels good after doing all of that, just get that stretch in that left hip. Exhale, bring your hands on each side of that left foot, step back into down dog. Now you'll realize it's resting pose, and you can rest in your dog, and you can walk in your dog. Inhale, curl over your toes into your wavy vinyasa or your classic version, whatever you want to do. Exhale, come down, release the toes. Inhale, push back into Balasana. Derek, for you, you might prefer to be in puppy here rather than Balasana, so you might prefer to have your toes tucked, bring your head to the floor. You know, that might be better for you. For everybody else, you can just release your toes, bring your bum back to your heels. Head on the floor, get your breath back. And just noticing that you can actually breathe quite well here. Your diaphragm is able to expand and contract quite easily. And here, again, you'll notice that your connection to the floor here is your forehead. You can bring your hands behind you, palms facing the sky. And just rest, relax, take a couple of breaths. Oh, that's Siri. I'm going to come over and see you all on my page. Yeah, good. Okay. Bringing your hands in front of you. You're going to quickly shimmy through the other side. So you're going to come onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes. Exhale, push back into your dog. Walk your dog. And then we're going to gently walk our way, or step or jump, to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Again, bend those knees as much as you can, hold on to each elbow and look underneath your legs to the back of the room, releasing the neck and just hanging out here in like a semi-squat. Inhale, curl up, looking towards your belly. Bring your arms above the head. Reach high. So you're being stretched. Exhale to breath. Okay? So we're going to keep traveling through. We're going to do the other side. So forward fold, release the neck, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands down. We're taking the left foot back, big step back again. I think you should all have a go at coming into high lunge. If you need to drop that left knee, do, but have a go at all coming into high lunge. So you're going to just get ready to propel up on the inhale and bring your hands up, either into prayer hands, or you can have your arms just shoulder wide. Again, for men, it's more difficult for you to get your hands together, so whatever works for you. Lifting dropping that pelvis forwards, bending into that back leg, reaching high, okay? On the exhale, you're going to bring that right arm behind you and left arm in front of you. I'm going to swap over. I'm mirroring you now. Yeah. Have you all got your left foot behind you? I'm hoping so. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Okay. Then you're going to bring your hands into prayer again. Now, hoping you're on the right to the wrong side, the other side now. If you're not, then swap around. If you've done this on one side already, just swap around. But I'm pretty sure I'm doing lefts and rights here. So making sure that you're doing the opposite side. So you're going to twist round and your hands are in prayer. Exhale. You're going to come into your side prayer twist. Again, if it gets too strong, drop that back knee. Or just rest your belly and your body on your front thigh, push through that back heel. Okay. Exhale, drop that left hand by your right foot, and then bring your arm over your head. Exhale, you're going to bring that hand on the inside of your left foot or right foot. Yeah, so technically I think we're here. So you're going to have you should have your right foot in front of you, and you should have your right foot at 2 o'clock. With your left leg behind you, yeah. Okay, so spreading your fingers. Again here, you're feeling the stretch on that right hip. If you want to, you can just tuck those left toes and then push back into that left heel. Or you can just keep that left knee down, it's up to you. Okay, good. From here, you're going to tuck those back toes if you haven't already, and you're going to just come up, and you're going to ground the outside of that left foot into the floor, bending into that right knee. Your hands are on the inside of that right foot. And here again, you can have a go at straightening into that right leg. This might not be available to you at all, and it doesn't matter. But either way, that's, if you can just get some stretch into that right leg, go for it. It's a really nice feeling on the right leg here. Pushing into the outside edge of that left foot. Then bend into that right knee, inhale, sweep that left arm all the way around. You're coming into your warrior 2. Inhale, brush your palms, exhale, pull that left arm back. Inhale, bring your palms together, exhale. Inhale, reach forwards, exhale, pull back into your warrior. Drop that back hand, get hold of anything around you, coming into your bind with your left arm. Exhale, you're going to just rest on that right knee, looking up to the sky, up over your left shoulder. So again, you're resting your elbow on that right knee, and you're really opening up that left shoulder, so you're looking up. If you want to take it up a level, you can just you can bring your hand towards the floor, but don't rest it on the floor. Up to you. Again, you can stay here, you can bring your elbow back to rest on your knee, you can stay here, looking up to the sky, or you can look down and get ready to have another little go at your half moon the other way. So you're going to just propel yourself, so you've still got your bind with your left hand, you're pushing up, and you're finding the balance on your right foot. Your left arm is bound, and you always look down, because it's really hard to look up. And you can hover above the floor. Good. Then you're going to shimmy back down into release that left arm and push up into your reverse warrior, bending into that right knee. Reaching down the back of that left leg. And then here again, we're going to exhale, we're going to come back, we're going to spin onto our left toes, so our left heel is back towards the back of the room. And we're going to bring our hands down each side of that right foot, round that left hand by our right foot. You can be on your fingertips, and then bring that right arm behind you. In your widening span, again, you're going to feel that nice stretch on the outside of that right hip. Exhale, bring your hands on each side of that right foot. Step back into your dog. Dog, have a little shimmy. Inhale, come into your vinyasa, whatever that is for you. Exhaling, coming down. And then from here, pushing up, coming into Vinyasa or having your toes tucked in puppy, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Here you can have your hands underneath your forehead, or you can have your arms behind you, palms facing the sky. Just get your breath back. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms back in front of us in our kind of extended puppy or child's pose. We're going to curl up on the inhale, and we're going to wave all the way through. So we're going to finish on our bellies. So we're going to just do a little bit of wheel, exhale, come down. Something I don't do that much of, I don't know why. Okay, so from here, we can bring our hands on top of each other underneath our forehead and just rest our forehead down on the backs of our hands. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your arms to kind of cactus. You're going to lift your chest, keep your feet on the floor. So you're bringing your arms into cactus. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders. And you're lifting your chest, and you're lifting your gaze. Exhale, come back down, hands on top of each other, rest your head on your hands. Exhale. Inhale, bring your hands into cactus, lift the chest, lift the gaze. You're using the back muscles here, pushing the pelvis into the floor. Rest, lifting the chest and the gaze. Exhale, come down. You can sway those hips if that feels good. Just gets rid of the tension in the back. Last time, inhale. You're going to lift your arms into cactus and then lift your legs up in like your starfish legs. So everything's wide open. Everything's lifting, everything's working. Exhale, bring your hands underneath your head. Rock your hips. Now I'm going to give you an option here just to grab hold. You can stay where you are and just rest with your hands, with your head on your hands and just rest. If you want to have a go at bow, then you can have a go. So you can just bend both legs and see if you can grab hold of your ankles. This isn't available to everybody, I know that. So if you don't want to do it, don't do it. This is a choice. Okay. So you're bringing your hands around your feet or around your ankles. If you can reach your ankles, then you can just flex your feet because it gives you some kind of leverage. And on the inhale, you're going to just lift your chest and lift your knees. Open up your knees, shoulder, hip width, and then look forwards and lift the chest with the gaze. And your bow. You might want to have a little rock back and forwards. Okay, and then come back down again, release this head, the feet, and hands on top of each other, forehead on top of your hands, and then again you can just sway those hips to release the tension in the lower back. Okay. Now from here, we're going to just bring our, what we're going to do now, we're going to bring our, bring ourselves up, it's just easier. So we're going to push through bring our hands underneath our shoulders and just push our way up into our tabletop. And then here, just drop your bum to the side and then bring your legs in front of you. Exhaling. Now from here, you can just move all the flesh out from underneath your bum. Some of you might not have any. Okay, and then from here, legs straight, hands to prayer. Exhale, you're going to come all the way down. With full control. Bring those arms back over your head, palms touching in prayer. And then you're back where you started, so you'll get that length between your fingers and your toes. Exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Rock it out. And then from here, bring your arms open, shoulder height, palms to sky, keeping your knees reasonably towards your chest if this feels comfortable. And then allow your knees to fall to the right side. So you're using the core to bring those knees down, or you can have your feet on the floor if that feels better, and you can come into your twist from your feet on the floor if that feels easier for you, looking left. So you can have your knees up and drop them to the right side, or you can have your feet on the ground and drop your knees to the right side, but look left anyway. Either way, you're getting a spinal twist. And breathe into that lower back. Inhale, bring your knees up to center. Maybe bring your knees and your ankles together again. Again, you can have your feet on the floor if this feels easier. To drop your knees left and look right, or you can have your knees up towards your, not towards your chest, but kind of like a kind of right angle. And on the exhale, use your core to bring your knees to the left and look right. And feel that really gorgeous stretch on that lower back. On the inhale, you're going to bring your knees back into the chest. Exhale, you're going to bring your feet down, hip width apart by your bum. Bring your hands down by your sides again with your palms facing the floor. Exhale, just one last time, push through those heels back into your bridge. This is just really good because you've been doing quite a lot of back bending stuff. So just again, it just helps take the tension out of your back. One last stretch for those thighs. Exhale, drop the bum, come straight into your Shavasana. Extending your legs, or you can come into your with your soles together, soles of your feet together, knees out each side, up to you. Hand on the belly, hand on the chest if you like. And just allow your shape to sink into your mat, into the earth. So you've done quite a, it's not so much dynamic today, but it's definitely a strong practice, So this is the restorative time in Shavasana. Just one really quick breath exercise that we did earlier. So it's just breathing in again as much as you can. So taking as much breath into the body as you possibly can, all the way up to the top of the lungs. And then hold it there for 3 counts. 2, 3. And then exhale. You can part the lips and let the breath go. One more time, breathing in through the nose. Fill the belly, fill the lungs, all the way to the top, as much as you can't breathe in anymore. Hold for 3. 3. Part the lips. And let the breath go, but you're also letting the body go in this exhale. One more time, inhale, fully, completely. Hold for 3, 2, 3, and then part the lips. Let the body and the breath go. Now here you're in full Shavasana, allowing your breath to be soft, your body to be heavy, your mind to be still. So the beauty of doing it at home is that you can keep your Shavasana going for as long as you want to. You can stay there for, as I said to the last group, a minimum of 5 minutes, ideally 10. Somewhere in the middle is good, 7 minutes. But, just really allow yourself, if you've got the time and you can, stay there for a good 5 minutes and let your body just, take the fruits of that practice. Let all that fire settle. So I'm going to leave you here, but I hope you've enjoyed your practice and just stay there for as long as you want to and enjoy. Well done, guys. Lovely to see you. And I'll get in touch with you just to check in. Namaste.